Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to this special. This is a special all about my deck that I created, Arcana Shores First Edition Tarot Deck. So I'm very happy to go over all of them with you and also the background on what inspired me to create this deck. So there's quite a few factors. This started out in 2022, the fall of 2022. It came to me that I need to design my own tarot deck because it's not that I was getting tired of like the Rider-Waite deck, but I was just feeling this urge and it was definitely a download coming to me, but also this urge to explore color psychology. So I started researching a lot about that. And at the time, I was just getting into brain health and brain cells, how to, have enhanced brain cells and to grow new, to have new come in, and DNA and all of that. Also known as Ascent nutrition came into my life too. So I started to research and really study all these different things. I've always been fascinated with health, but on my spiritual journey, I really started to engage more about the brain, intuition, also the other chakras above us that are above us that they didn't tell us about. So all of that played a major influence for me to want to do my own deck. So we're going to go over that today. And I will be going over each card. Now, I do want to let you know, though, this deck was created so that you will trust the downloads coming in. Trust the information that you're getting that's coming through. So I don't believe in having a book. The books of tarot going way back, I am not believing that is a good way to read. I don't have anything against anyone who loves it and loves the book and those meanings. I love the meanings too, but I do feel that it was a form of suppression, just like everything else. I also feel that the Egyptians back in the day had a method, and I do believe it was a very spiritual method, and I do believe there were more cards than the 78. We'll never know what they are, but I do believe there were more, doing my research and everything. But there's definitely some suppression that's gone on with the tarot books and the meanings and the symbolism. So in my tarot deck, I removed any religious ties. So I don't have any symbolism of religion in my tarot. Unlike the Rider-Waite, which is the most popular worldwide, is the Rider-Waite tarot deck. Beautiful. We love it. I am very much in love with all of them. I still honored Rider-Waite with the same characters, just not the same poses and not the same colors. So my deck is definitely all about color psychology, and it's specifically designed that way. I am by no means an artist of a perfect drawing type of artist. Yes, I made sketches of each of these cards in my notebook here. I am not putting them on screen because I am not an artist. I wouldn't say. I am an artist to design this deck. Yes. So I sketched what visions I had for each character and each card, adding new cards to this deck as well. And we'll go over all of them. But I made sketches, and then I had hired a digital designer to help me create them as cards so they can be printed. But my main thing was to have them like paintings. And as you can see, for those of you that have this tarot deck right now, you can see that each one is like a painting. And that's exactly what I wanted. Watercolors and paint, the paintings and the portraits, the beauty of them, the luxury of them. It really does speak to our brains. And as you can see, the older decks, they're not as luxurious as the ancient. Now, Rider-Waite, I am not trying to downplay anything about Rider-Waite. I love them, and we're still honoring the characters. But I'm going to share screen at some of the older decks back in the day, and you'll see that there were more colors. So here's one. So this is the French deck from way back. I believe the 1300s. But as you can see, they had more gold. It was luxury. It was actually fancier than what we see here with the Rider-Waite's. So I kind of brought back that ancient, luxurious feel. You will see that all the characters are in beautiful gowns or armor, and you will see the luxury in it. So I'm bringing that back from ancient times, tying in with the Rider-Waite a little bit, still keeping some of the poses, but not all of them. And then what I did on my unique standpoint here is I eliminated the religious symbolism. So I took that out. But we're going to go over each card. Before we do, I want to explain a little bit about my inspiration. So the inspiration, like I told you, it was really health related at first. And then I started studying brain health, neurogenesis, and then color psychology. So I want to hold up this other screen too. We're going to just do a little lesson about color psychology, but different parts of your brain are activated by certain colors. And I do have a banner I want to hold up as well about light. So the light is composed of different wavelengths. Our eyes can perceive these different wavelengths and they correspond to a color. Certain waves are invisible physically, but not spiritually. And that's exactly where I'm getting at with my cards here. So I have made all these cards with the most beautiful, luxurious, rich colors that will speak to us, will activate us, strengthen our intuition. And these parts of your brain that are activated, that aren't always activated with other decks because of the coloring, like I feel the Rider-Waite is a little too bright. They're not as rich. Depends on what version you purchase, but the original Rider-Waite, beautiful, but I don't feel it has this quantum effect. And a lot of decks out there don't. And they're still fine. You can still channel, you can still do tarot with them. Nothing against those decks. They're all beautiful. But this Arcana Shores Tarot deck, I specifically designed this way to really activate certain parts of the brain and the moods as well. So you will pick up different moods, just like I have the sunlight in a lot of these cards. I also have the moonlight. And just like the sun, when we go outside to ground ourselves and we sun gaze, morning or evening or both, it is opening you up and it is activating parts of your brain and it is helping you spiritually to evolve. So that is one reason of inspiration behind my tarot deck. And I do want to talk about, so going back to the brain and our systems and how they work, the ventral, I think it's occipital lobe, as part of the visual system, in addition to other areas, are responsible for recognizing and processing specific visual stimulants. So color plays a major role in our spirituality as we practice every day. Even if you just pulled 3 cards a day and really go within, close your eyes maybe, and just really listen and look at those images, close your eyes and feel. Pay attention to your physical body. Pay attention to the messages that are being received in your brain. And you just need to trust yourself. I can't force you to trust yourself, but I can help you and inspire you to really believe and really trust the information coming in and say it. It took me a very long time to gain the confidence to say what is coming through, even if it doesn't make sense in that very moment. Say it anyways, because who you're reading for, collective or just one person one-on-one, I have found that 99.9% of the time it resonates and you will get that confirmation from that person or that collective. So I cannot encourage it enough, but you need to trust yourself, trust the information coming in. That is the meaning to your card here. So this deck doesn't have a book. I'm not going to tell you that this is what this card means and that's that. It's not like the Rider-Waite Tarot book or any other books out there. I don't even have one that goes with my cards because this was designed for you to trust the information coming in. So it's very situational with who you're reading for, what the question is, what the topic is, what the energy is of that person or collective. So it's situational. The meanings will change. The meanings will, it could mean something completely different. You will get downloads. I get downloads randomly. Even when I pull cards, I'll get these cards, let's say the Sun card and the Empress. I will pull something like that, but I'll get a completely different message that really has nothing to do with the Empress or the Sun, but it's coming through and Spirit wants me to tell the client or the collective. So I believe that there's a lot of others that I've researched, and they also believe this too, that it's not what the cards say. Okay, it's not. So those out there that have come to me and they're like, let's see what the cards say. It's not what the cards say. The cards are activating my intuition, my brain, and the messages are coming through, the downloads are coming through for me to tell you as a messenger, as a guide. So the cards are not saying it, and you're going to learn this as well as you develop and really, if you did this every day and you pulled a few cards, just like we say, practice makes perfect, practice will strengthen your intuition. This is a brain activity, but also your intuition needs to be exercised. So that's exactly what this is. If you did it every day, you would really enhance your ability and start to trust and believe in yourself. So I think tarot is a beautiful system. It is a tool. It's a therapeutic tarot, I would say, the Arcana Shores deck. It's therapeutic. And it's less about learning the old meanings of the cards. Pay attention, like I was saying earlier, to your thoughts, feelings, and the questions that arise when you see the images. And again, it could be something off topic and something's just coming in because Spirit wants you to be that messenger for this individual or collective. So strengthening your intuition, your development spiritually, tarot is a beautiful tool for that, as well as the crystal ball. And I'm sure you guys can kind of see that I have a crystal ball right here. And that crystal ball I use from time to time for meditation. So my form of meditation isn't like just sitting and being quiet and staring. I don't just stare into it. I usually will put a candle flame behind my crystal ball and just have it around me. And I'll take periodic times of just gazing into it, but it's not very long. They're very short intervals. But I feel that even the crystal ball, just like the tarot, it's a therapeutic meditation, and it does open up different wavelengths in the brain as well as different wavelengths of our intuition. So what we physically see, look around you in your room, wherever you are right now. Physically, yes, we see all these colors around us. We see all the furniture, different things, right? But in between different wavelengths, there's invisible realms that are all around us and auras. And I do believe in color psychology that eventually we will be able to see past that veil, just like seeing the other side and seeing our spirits of loved ones on the other side. They're all here with us, and there are different wavelengths all around us. But we just have to activate ourselves and really open up that channel. And sometimes we do. There are times I will have a vision. I did yesterday during a one-on-one reading. I pictured this woman sitting with a bunch of white chairs, and I said, you're probably going to meet someone there, because I saw her and I could feel it, the joy she had. She was talking to someone new, someone exciting. There was attraction there. And she said, oh my gosh, I am going to a wedding in a couple of months, and that explained the white chairs and the vision I had. So I told her, you must go. And I felt that she was second guessing if she was going to go to this wedding or not. But I told her, you better go, because I do feel you're going to meet a very special connection there. So it's wild what the cards will activate and what information is coming through. So that's why I can't stress it enough. I can't force you guys to trust yourselves, but I sure can encourage it on a day-to-day basis. And these cards will encourage it as well. So that's what I want for you. I want you guys to have your own meanings, your own, whatever's coming through, you need to trust. So those of you out there that have come to me and said, well, I need a book and I need to know what each card means so I could refer back to the book. I don't want anyone doing that. And that is why I created this deck. That is not the way. I feel it's a no-no on the book. Let's put that away. And let's get in tune with what we're feeling physically, mentally, mood. What is also the download coming through? What information are you hearing? Sometimes you'll hear one word. Sometimes you'll hear a sentence. Sometimes it'll be a vision. Sometimes it'll be a feeling. If you're reading for health, sometimes you will start to feel kind of weak or not so good. And that's something you need to be the messenger about towards your person that you're reading for. So it's very connected. It's something that we need to connect to these different realms, but I highly believe in color psychology. So that is why there's a lot of gold in this deck. So as you can see, and I'm going to hold them up here. For those of you that don't have the deck, the sides of this deck are gold all the way around, and they're just beautiful. But I want to highlight this. So gold is the color of success, achievement, and triumph, associated with abundance and prosperity, luxury and quality, prestige and sophistication, value and elegance. So it's a very powerful color, but what it does to the brain, the effect gold has on your brain, is very similar to what the sun activates within us. So the more you gaze at the sun, the more enhanced your intuition becomes as well. Just like when we're grounding, just like when we really get in alignment with ourselves, you can feel if something's off. You can intuitively feel what needs to be changed. So the answers are all within us. God is within us. So just remember that. All the answers are within you. So as I go through each and every card here, because I'm going to, I want to remind you guys that I want you guys to feel and examine that download coming through, the information that's coming through to you when you see the card and you're doing a reading or you're asking a question, whatever it may be. You need to listen to the information coming in at that very moment. It's not going to just be like, all right, here's Rider-Waite, the Justice card. It's not. So in the book, it says legal activity, which it very well could be. It could also mean truth and balance. Okay. But that's not all that's going to come through when you're doing a reading. You're going to receive other information. You have a base. You have a base with the Justice card. So legal, trust, balance. Okay, so push that aside for a second. We got the base. But what other information is coming through right now? And that's what you need to listen. You need to listen. And if a good way to practice how to listen to yourself and really get in the feeling, a good way to practice and also a good way to explain this is similar to when, okay, so let's say in the middle of the night, you hear something. And what do? You instinctively feel, oh my gosh, I heard, like, let's pretend someone's at the door. So you heard someone's at the door. What is the first information that you usually get? You usually get, this could be something bad. Okay, so you're going to go through the emotions of this could be bad. This could be, oh my gosh, like someone's going to break in. So some people will go to fight or flight mode and be like, oh my gosh, this is scary. Or some will be open, have an open mind, and also be very quiet. And they will go within and really try to feel out, is this threatening? Is this scary? And a lot of times in the middle of the night, we'll hear things and that aren't even there, that aren't even happening to the physical, but not to the spiritual. So going with that, that's when you're most open. So it's almost like, it's very hard to explain, but it's that same energy that we're in, like in the middle of the night when you're just suddenly awoke. Like this information that comes in is very fast, but we do trust it in that moment. So you have to trust the information coming in. And it's almost a very vulnerable place to be, I guess I could say, because when we are reading for someone, we know that all our channels open. We've already let spirit know that we're completely open for anything of the light, and we're very protected, because you have to say protection prayer before you do tarot. But you have to be jumping into it, knowing that you are protected and believing it, though. You have to believe that your protection is there. Your spirit guides are with you, and this information that comes through, it's all good to tell the other person or the collective, whoever you're reading for. So it's very crucial that we remain open, and we remain open to what's coming in and trusting that information to pass along. So I'm not sure if that made sense, the middle of the night thing, but it's almost like that sense, though. That's kind of that it's a relaxation, and it's a quietness, that quietness in the middle of the night that you have, and you're trying to really feel something out, to feel if it's good or bad. It's that presence. It's that presence of being in that moment, just like when you're reading. So you're pretty much in a zone. You pretty much get in this zone and you start channeling, things just start flowing. And the more you do it every day, the more you do it, the more it seems to flow. And it becomes very natural. And it's just going to be like riding a bike. Seriously, you're going to just trust yourself and trust your instinct and trust your intuition. So let's go over these cards. So I'm going to go over each card. But again, I'm reminding you that this is not just the meaning forever. This is the meaning of it, how I designed it, but this isn't the meaning like a book. You're not going to refer back to this and say, okay, that's the message. Again, listen to the information you're getting when you see the cards. So let me go. I'm going to start going over this. So here's the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords, as you can see, I designed him similar to other decks that are out there. He's just in a different position, but he is still sleeping. He's in a down position. Okay, but this can be any meaning that comes to you. It just depends on what you're reading about, who you're reading, the energy, the interaction. But the Four of Swords generally, take it, okay, this is general. It's not the meaning for every reading now. The Four of Swords. So I feel for this guy, the way it's been designed here, he has a sword very close to him, and he's protecting that one, and he doesn't want to lose that one. But the other three are actually there as well, and they're stabilized. But there's one thing that he does kind of keep hidden within him, and he's protective of that. So it may be an inner wound. I feel like this is a wounded healer of himself. He's a warrior. He fights and he helps others. But he's got something that he still needs to heal to be even stronger. So he's on his journey of evolving as well. But again, Four of Swords can mean something completely different. It just depends on who you're reading for, what the question is, and the topic. And that goes for all these cards. So I believe the books of the meanings of all the tarot, I do believe that suppresses us. So again, that is why I want you guys to really listen to the information that's coming in. Two of Pentacles, this could mean many things. This could mean making up your mind about something. This could mean balance, two choices. This could also mean two jobs. This could mean anything. It depends on what's coming through at the moment you're doing the reading. Let's see the next card. We also have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, very similar to all the other King of Pentacles out there. So the Pentacles represent earth energy. So I did leave all of that intact. So earth energy, this could be about money. This could be about a job. This could be a boss. This could be a father. Okay, so it's the King of Pentacles. We also have the Four of Pentacles. So this is about Anything, again, once again, it could be anything that comes through. Your information is the meaning of the cards, not a book or a guide that you're going to go refer back to. So the Four of Pentacles, it could mean about holding back. Depends on the question. In this presence right now, the Four of Pentacles, I feel, is very secure. He's very secure and he's holding what he has near him. He values what he has. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. So that's the Queen of Pentacles. And she's very grounded. It's earth energy as well. This can have any meaning. Now notice all the gold and the beautiful colors to it. So the Queen of Pentacles is normally, she can be a mom, she's a manifester, a boss lady, could be any, it just depends on what you're getting, what you're asking. So it's very situational. Tarot was suppressed and they tried to make us believe that there's meaning to every card and we should all have the same answers. But no, we need to learn to get away from guidebooks and referring back to things and saying, oh, is that right? The Eight of Cups means walking away from what no longer serves you. Yes, it can, but not in every situation. This could also mean that this woman is going to move, or she's going back home, or she's letting go of someone, letting go of something, walking away from her job. This could mean anything. Or this could also mean that she has freedom from, responsibility. So it just depends on what information's coming through. And I will keep reminding you that because I don't want you guys to feel codependent on a book or codependent on the old tarot books out there. Here's the Queen of Cups. So she's the nurturing mother. That's how I see the Queen of Cups. And then the Three of Cups, notice there's some changes to the scenes. So the Three of Cups, yes, it's normally 3 women, but now I have 3 women that are ready to make a toast. So this could mean anything to you, depends on what you're reading, who you're reading for, again. But I see them right now, the Three of Cups right now, it's like they're going to have a toast, so they're going to celebrate something. And then we also have the Two of Cups coming through here, union. Notice that I put the cups differently and they're actually putting them together. They're uniting both of their powers and their supernatural abilities together. That's how I see them. So this could be a power couple. This could be a business partnership. This could be just a collaboration that they're going to work on something together. This also, I gave the man and the woman, they both are angels, so they're very angelic. I believe in angels, so they're in my deck. I took religion out, but I did keep angelics in. Angelics, we also have galactics, and we also do have different cultures are in my deck as well. But anyways, the Two of Cups is union and power. They're putting both of their abilities together as a team. This could be teamwork. So it just depends on what information's coming through. That's your meaning. I'm trying to help you guys get away from codependency on a book or a guide or just the general meanings of all the other cards out there. Five of Cups generally means letting go, walking away. Five of Cups. See how he's looking back at the 3 that fell down? He's got 2 behind him. So this can also represent, remembering what you still have, what you have, and be grateful for what you do have. So many meanings. Notice the moonlight in this one, so different mood. Now we have the 9 of Cups. So hopefully you guys can see the 9 of Cups. He's very content, his face. So you'll notice facial expressions in here too will also activate different downloads that will be coming through for you during your readings. So the 9 of Cups, he looks very content. He's happy. Numerology plays a role in these cards as well. So the number 9 is almost to the 10 of Cups. So he's excited. I feel he's excited, and he knows that he's almost hitting this goal. He's almost getting that success he's been working very hard for. So, but guys, please take these as general. I still want you guys to come up with your own downloads and information. This one right here is a bit different. This can be victory. So this is a different card as well. So it doesn't look like any of the other cards in any other deck. but he's victorious. He's winning. He's surviving something. If it's health related, this is a great card. So he's making his way through life. He's excelling at what he's doing in life. So it's a victory, I would say, for that one. Now you will notice, so this guy, the Seven of Swords, I only have the Seven of Swords, not the Five of Swords, has been eliminated from my deck. So, and I did that on purpose because I like to break rules, and that's just how it is. Anyway, the Seven of Swords, this could be strategy. This could also mean there's someone possibly doing something behind your back. It depends on the information that you're feeling, what you're feeling physically, and what words are coming in. What are the downloads that are coming in? So really practice listening. And if you feel like you're not there yet to do that, then just sit with yourself every day, at least for a few minutes, and just sit quietly and really listen. Practice by listening to all the sounds around you. Close your eyes and really examine and listen and trust. If you can trust and make out what the sounds are around you or outside or down the hall or whatever, then that's learning to trust what's coming through the information. So that's a little practice that you could do. But yeah, this one I see as strategy, or it could mean that someone's not, doing good by you. Just depends on what you're reading, who you're reading, the energy. We read energy, and our brain is activated and our intuition is activated to relay the message with spirit. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, you guys know this one pretty well. I still kind of honored the originals. So she is tied up, but she can get out of it. She definitely can. Now, swords are air energy, so I still left that alone. So that's about words, thoughts, things that are coming in quickly of our thoughts, or maybe it's a toxic situation and we keep thinking about something, going in circles. And what does that do? It keeps you stagnant. It keeps you in a still, like she's there. She's not doing anything about it, but she could break through. She could. But right now, she's not in that mental space. So eventually she will break free because the tarot deck moves on with the swords. But yeah, the Eight of Swords is usually like a trapped feeling, But again, take it how it resonates with the download you're getting that's coming in. Six of Swords. This one, beautiful. I love this one. I've always loved the Six of Swords in all other decks as well. I always take this one as you're moving out of the worst is over and you're moving towards the positive, the horizon, your future. Your future looks bright and beautiful and happiness is on the horizon. So the worst is over, out of the dark into the light. So this one here, I see as protection, standing your ground. Okay, so this one here, that's what's coming through to me. I feel protection. I feel I'm standing my ground. I'm using my voice. I'm not letting anyone take advantage of me. That's what I'm feeling when I see this card. But I'm asking you right here, right now, what do you feel when you see this card? That's a little practice one for you right now. So play along as we go through these. So this one, now this one is it really looks like a painting in person. So similar to the Three of Wands in other decks, I don't call it the Three of Wands all the time. It depends on what's coming through, but it is a replica in a way. But I have the one that's kind of on the side there that you can't see the full wand, but it does have fire at the top because I wanted more of that sun effect. I wanted that sun to help you guys activate. So what I see when I see her standing at, and you can put yourself there as well. Put yourself like how she's posed. And what do you feel? You feel like good things are coming. You feel calm. You feel peaceful. So this is going to help you to bring in a download. If spirit puts this card on your table and you pull this card for your question, this is a beautiful yes. So all the cards so far have been pretty positive. But it also depends on what you're reading, what the question is, what the topic is, what you're investigating. But this one here is a definite, it's a beautiful card because I feel like even it's a sign that you're evolving, or the person you're reading for is doing very well, or the best things are coming towards them. It's on the horizon and it's not far away. They're going to be at peace. Like, there's a lot of things I'm getting with this card. And I think it's because of that sun. I honestly do. It's activating a lot of messages coming through. I feel like also that woman in the picture made it through a situation she didn't think she would make it through. And she's just in awe of herself. And she can't believe she's still here. I don't know. Maybe that's for one of you. Maybe I'm channeling something for someone. But that's what's coming through. So you just never know. You never know what download will be coming in. But that's what I got with that one. Now, right now, so this is different. This is a different type of card. Some would probably say, oh, is that like your five of wands? I guess you could say that. I didn't copy the Rider Waite or anything. This is different. So what I see with these, so they're younger, they're happy, there's all different types of cultures of little people there, but they're all having a blast. They're celebrating. This can also be taken a different way though, and maybe you'll get a download that someone's in conflict, or they're not getting along, or there's a party that might not go so well. It just depends on what you're feeling and what's coming in. If spirit's alarming you that there's a party coming up, okay, but it's also giving you this vibe and this darker feeling, even though you're looking at something so beautiful like this, you might be getting a download that there's a party coming up that you shouldn't go to, okay, or vice versa. So what I'm trying to say is you have to pay attention to the vibe, the mood. How do you physically feel? What's coming through? Plus, what is the feeling? So that you can communicate the correct message. You know, this could mean go to the party, it's going to be a blast, or this could mean it's not such a good idea. It depends on what you're feeling, what's coming through. So this guy, this is a different one as well. So I've, kind of, I guess you could say it's like the Nine of Wands, but it's a completely different card than the typical. So this one here, I feel like he's almost to completion. It is a fire energy. All the wands are still fire. So for all the fire signs, I still got you. So this one here, I feel like he's done it. He's made a triumph and he's proud. He's very proud of himself. So that's what I'm getting with that one. But again, pay attention to the downloads coming in when you're doing your reading. Queen of Wands. So we've gone over this in the launch party episode. The launch party was amazing. And this is the Queen of Wands. So she's very intuitive. She's magical. So she's very good at good magic. Okay. She can magically manifest what she wants and call it in. So I see her as a very magical woman. And even if a man gets this card, it's trying to let you know that you're very magical, similar to the Magician. So I feel like it's very, very much about manifesting your deepest desires, and they're coming to fruition. This one is also fire. Okay, so I feel with her, similar to that Nine of Wands guy, this is more like this one for her. She's like, she's made it. She's done. Or she's completely done with the situation. You can see it in her face, her expression. She's pretty much done. She's had it. She's choosing herself. That's what I see when I see this card. But again, and I'm going to say it with every card, it depends on what download you're getting. This is the download I'm getting right here, right now. Tarot is fluid. Tarot, the messages come in at the moment you're playing with the cards. You're reading the cards. It's energy. And then this one, this is my Ace of Pentacles. So as you can see, it's a beautiful gold coin in the sky, clouds. So I feel like this is kind of how I picture a download coming in. I know it's kind of funny, but I picture the downloads coming in. It's like a message of information coming in. That's what I see with this card. Or if you're doing a reading on financials, this could also mean that good financial opportunities coming in, abundance is coming in. So take it how it resonates with your download, and then you need to communicate that. So this guy, so I guess you could say he's a Knight of Swords, okay? He's got a sword, and he could be a fighter, he could be a warrior, he wants to take action towards his dream, anything like that. But I do see action because it's air. Swords are air. So those are for all the air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So taking action and quickly. All right, so that's a beautiful card. Next, we have this one. So similar to, now this one we'll go over quickly here. 10 of Swords. Usually it's swords in the back, okay? So when someone backstabs you, that's what you normally see in a tarot deck, is the 10 of Swords in the back. My deck, I've got it in the chest, okay? Because when we do get betrayed, it hurts our heart. It stabs us in the heart. So that's what I'm feeling with this card. When I feel betrayal, I feel it physically in my heart. When I feel, someone made a horrible mistake and hurt me, that's where I feel the pain, and that's where that's why I designed it that way. And then we've got this one. So this is the 9 of Swords here. So I didn't do it too dark. She's very sad. I feel like she's sad. She's reevaluating her life and where she's going from this point going forward. Or she could be sad that she lost a loved one. It just depends on what you're reading and what the question is and whose energy you're reading. Right now, I'm recording this video for you guys, and I am picking up information, and it could be information that a lot of you viewers will be watching this later. But what I am picking up is that there is a lot of loss. There's loss going on right now, but it is leading to a greater beginning. So even though we might feel sad or at loss, or there's a situation going on that's very disappointing and it hurts our heart, it's not that way forever. It's temporary, and it's for a reason, and it's putting you on a different path. So whoever needed to hear that, I feel like that's really coming through for somebody. And then here's this guy. So this is the Page of Cups. Okay, so the Page of Cups, as you can see, he's in a little bit of a darker setting. All right, so the Page of Cups, now Page, Prince, younger energy, correct? So when we're younger, we do have a bit more of doubt. Okay, so we kind of weigh our options. We're a little bit unsure because we don't have all our confidence yet. As we grow, we do. As we get older, we do. So he's not entirely confident is what I'm picking up with him. But he does have this opportunity. He knows he stands a chance. So he's going to make an offer, or he's going to go for something. He's going to fill his cup. He's going to go for it. Even though he's not 100% confident, he's going to do it. He's going to try it anyway. So that's what I'm sensing with that card. And again, I can't tell you enough. What do you feel when you look at that card? What download are you getting? I mean, we can practice right here, right now, as I go through the cards with you. So let me know in the comments certain feelings, certain downloads that you were picking up while I did this video. And then right here, the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords, so again, he's younger. He's learning still. I feel like he might be learning how to fight, looking at his time period there, Renaissance era. So he's learning how to be maybe like his father, or so he's growing. He's growing with knowledge, swords, words, and thoughts. He's moving forward with his future. He has a beautiful gold sun, like a sunset behind him. So he knows there's something better for him in the days to come. Tomorrow will be better than it was that day. His face kind of gives me an impression that things aren't so good, but he's protective of himself, and he knows he'll pull through. He knows his truth. He knows himself so far, and he knows he has a lot more to learn, but he's going to go for it as well. So that's what I see with the Page of Swords. And then we have the Page of pentacles. So he's a little guy. He's got his pentacle. He's an earth energy. So I would say he's a little earth guy. And he's very motivated. He's motivated to learn, but also to manifest. He's intrigued by magic, I feel. He knows he's magical, but he wants to learn all that there is. So holding that pentacle, he may be holding good news that he just discovered about himself. Maybe he discovered that he's magical, or he discovered some good news about someone he loves, and he's about to go and be the messenger. So it just depends on the information coming through. What is your meaning to the cards? And then here's the Tower card. So a lot of you may laugh, but yes, it is supposed to resemble the White House in flames, because we have a lot going on politically in the world. So the time period that I created these cards, 2022, 2023, here we are in 2024. We still have a lot of chaos going on with all the stuff, right? Politically and globally. So how appropriate. So when I look years back on the tarot deck here, this is kind of the time that we're in. So the Tower still represents changes. I do believe that's a good meaning for a Tower moment, because a Tower moment in our lives, the challenges, even though we're very uncomfortable with challenges and we don't like things to go chaotic, they are helping us. Okay, so it's a blessing in disguise. Tower moments in our lives are not really bad. They just don't feel good, but they help us to grow and they help us to learn about ourselves. And the most important lesson that we learn from a Tower moment is about our strength, mentally, physically, heart-wise. So don't forget that. That's a big one with the Tower card. Now this next one is a very special Judgment card. So as you can see, it's a beautiful angel with a trumpet in the sky. There's a boat in the water with people rejoicing. And they're also trying to reach up at her. They're trying to praise her, and because they can't believe that they're seeing this angel. So what I'm getting at, the Judgment card here, this could be many meanings. Okay, it's whatever information's coming in as your download. You need to trust it, believe it, and say it to whoever you're reading. But what I'm gathering from this card right now, I do believe that there's a beautiful new beginning for this planet. I believe this is about the awakening, what information's coming in right now. So I feel like it's about our awakening, and I believe that those that were hurt and taken advantage of with the thing that was mandatory, right now I am channeling this, that there is going to be some savior to help them health-wise so that they can detox and survive. I do believe that. There's going to be answered prayers, is what I'm hearing. Prayers will be answered regarding the awakening and how everyone was lied to and hurt and manipulated. So our prayers will be answered, is what's coming through right now with that card. So this is a good example right now that when you read your cards, when you pull your cards today, or whenever you have them, whenever they show up at your door, when you pull these cards, just like I just did, it came through and I had to speak it and I did it. That's all you need to do. You need to trust yourself. Next, we have the Moon card. So my version of the Moon card, moonlight on the water, the two dogs barking up at the moon. One is barking and one has its mouth closed. So one wants to, but the other one's like really barking. So that's what I'm seeing with this. So one knows that something's up and the other one is holding the energy, holding the space, and being in prepared mode, protection mode. The Moon card generally in the past, and I still hold it to this. Yeah, I do think it does spark our intuition. It's going to tell us that our psychic abilities we need to really listen to. Just like I've been saying this whole video. The abilities that you have are no joke. We have been suppressed for so long. So now is no better time. There's no better time than to really trust Go within. So just like our animals, our dogs and our cats and other horses and all other animals, birds too especially, they sense when things are coming and they listen and they trust it. That's why birds leave. They leave a certain area quickly. They all migrate together. If they know like a big storm's coming, they will go for, they trust. They trust what their senses are telling them. Same with the dogs. Certain people they won't know right at first, but they don't really like their energy. They read the energy immediately. They can smell the energy. So be more like the dogs, the cats, the horses, and the birds, just nature itself. That's what I'm picking up. That's what's coming through. Be more like the animals and really read and feel the energy of those that we're surrounding ourselves with in our daily lives. And trust, just like they trust, that's what we need to do as well. Trust your senses. Now, this one's a brand new card. No other tarot deck has. Yes, it is on the backs of every card in the Arcana Shores tarot deck, but it's also in the deck. So this one was created to activate freedom, to activate knowing yourself, and really looking into your future and focus on the future, your momentum, success, and beauty, and really loving yourself. And once you get to that, this is when you're highly evolved. This is when you're ready. You're ready for that next chapter and nothing's holding you back. So I do sense a lot of freedom. And that's the first thing I was like, I need a card that represents freedom. And what I mean is freedom from old beliefs about yourself, freedom from old criticisms from others. Let it go. It's not even true. What's true is what you know and what you feel and what matters to you. So that's what I see with the Arcana Shores card. And you'll notice it's got the Capricorn and the Gemini in the seashell. Capricorns will know, a lot of you out there that are, Capricorns, they learn their strength in their lifetime. So yes, they go through first half of their lives are very challenging. Different heartaches, different situations, people misunderstanding them, people not accepting them. They learn rejection very well. And the more they grow through their spiritual journey, and that's the point that where they get to the highest point is when you learn your strength and you overcome. And in a lot of times, Capricorns have triumph. So people then recognize all that they went through, and some will recognize that they were wrong about the Capricorn. So the Capricorn has a very difficult first half of their lives. But the second half is this card. It's the Arcana Shores. It's that freedom. I've finally, I know my strength. Nothing's going to hold me back now. You've been through it all. Gemini energy being thrown in there is the intellect, also the voice, the communicator. So now that she's made it through, she's got that Gemini energy to carry her through the rest of her life, communicating what she's learned, communicating her strength, and teaching others. So that's also coming through with that card. Now we have another one. This is the star. So you'll recognize that this honors the traditional that you'll see, just in more beautiful colors, I'd say. So beautiful Aquarian energy with the star, and it is galactic. I hold this one as one of the galactic. So she looks Palladian. I intended her to be a Palladian, playing with the water, filling her cup. It's like a seashell cup. And I picture her finally holding on to it, though. So she's finally filling her own cup because she's a humanitarian, the Aquarius energy. So they're usually taking care of everyone else, and they forget to fill their own cup. But this time she is, and she's holding it, and it's overflowing. But yeah, I see that as a beautiful Palladian starseed. A lot of us here right now on the earth plane, we have a lot of Palladian in us. Even if you're a hybrid, you probably have it in you. But this is helping to elevate the planet and helping to motivate, uplift, and break through We're here for the awakening. And we are here now to support each other and to support those that are, blocked off to certain things and didn't open their minds to everything that is now being proven true. So we are here. We are here to assist. And then this one here, so this is enlightenment, is exactly what I feel with this one. Yeah, he's upside down, so it's a replica of the Hanged Man. But I feel enlightenment. I do know that that's one of the general meanings for this card. And I like it. And I do believe it resonates with the Hanged Man. So I kept the gold in there. More like a sun portal, though, as you can see. So this one, too, is galactic, but I feel that he's earthly. So he's one of us. He's a human on Earth. But he's going to enter the portal. He came through the worst of the worst, and now he's enlightened. And he's deciding to go through this portal. He's accepting it. So he's going to a different dimension. His consciousness is entering a new dimension. So that's what I see with this card. Again, I still want you guys to listen to the downloads that are coming through, but this will help you. Since I designed the cards, this will help you see what I see currently right now. But just know that the downloads change when you do your readings because it depends on what you're reading, what energy you're reading. So I'm just letting you guys know that. And this beautiful card is the Strength card. So I still honored the beautiful lion. This is the Leo card for the Leos out there. Fire energy. So she's nurturing the lion. She's protecting the lion. This is about confidence. I feel confidence, strength, beating the odds, making it through something tough, and just knowing your strength. So Leos also are very beautiful, beautiful souls. And the thing I've noticed with Leos is that they don't really believe it. They are beautiful souls. They're confident. They're courageous. But there are a lot of them out there. If they're at a lower frequency, they will not really believe in themselves, which the Leo at a high vibration of believing in themselves is more the showman, the one that's not afraid to speak or be entertaining. So on their journey, they do finally develop into that. But the Strength card, I think that's why they associate the Strength card with the Leo energy. Is exactly that, because eventually they do evolve into that. They are that lion that she's kind of cradling and loving. So it's about self-love too, because self-love is going to get you there. So there's a little message for all the Leos out there. And then this one's a new card. So this card is not in any other tarot deck. I did replace the Wheel of Fortune with this card. So this card I do feel can represent abundance, but abundance is many things, not just financial, but it can mean that. Abundance in love, abundance in everything that you have in your life, and being happy with what you have. So it's a lot about gratitude. It's about evolving. This is about also just being thankful. I know I say gratitude, but it's thankful for like your life, thankful for being that light in the dark and remaining that light in the dark when things got scary or things got really rough with someone, possibly. You remained in the light. And that's what I see with this card. So it has many different meanings. It just depends on what channels through you. Also, you'll see specks of gold around the sun in the rays of the light. And so I brought in a little bit of the orbs. So you'll see that there's orbs in the rays of the sun. So I've noticed when I'm at the ocean and it's sunrise or sunset, and I'll just be sitting there, but I always see orbs and they're always around me. So I had to put that in this card. So what I associate the orbs are protection, healing, our guardian angels. So the orbs are our angels in this card. They're just appearing as little orbs, and you'll see it. I want to hold it up a little closer. You could see like the little orbs around the sun, but that's what they are. It's very beautiful with the sun on the water, darkness to light, from bottom to top. It's dark to light. So it could have many meanings because of the transitions of the coloring there. Let's see. And then this is the actual sun card. So I call this, the one that we just went over, I really don't have a name for it, but I always think abundance, evolving. You know, you can come up, this deck is unique, and I would like you guys to come up with your own unique names for these cards as you go through them, because this will give you that practice of trusting yourself. So it's all for purpose. This is all, the whole purpose of this is for you to uniquely hold these cards as your own. These are your own, and the colors, the moods, the downloads that come through. This is going to help you. It's basically like a training. It's going to train you to get in the habit of trusting what's coming through. So anyways, let's get back to this. So the sun card in most decks will represent with usually a little baby with no clothes on. So I put a little guy, he's like a toddler on a white horse. So he knows that, you know, there's happiness. And also this can also mean like a baby's on the way. So for some of you, I don't know, maybe I'm channeling this. Maybe there's someone pregnant watching, you're going to have a baby boy, but I am picking that up. So sometimes it can mean that in traditional decks as well. This can also mean just happiness, and it's an absolute yes to a yes or no question is the sun card. It can also mean healing too. Whatever comes through. And then transformation. This is the death card, so it looks a lot different than traditional death cards. I got rid of the skeleton guy and I put a beautiful girl on a white horse, because in the afterlife, we're still alive. We never die. We are immortal. This card shows immortality. Physically fine, her body is gone, the shell. Okay. But she's going on into a new dimension. She's free. She's vibrant. She's beautiful again, back to maybe her younger self. This is what I'm picking up. This is the vision I saw for the death card. So even though the flowers down here, it looks dark, they're not dead. Just like the traditional death card, everything's dead. There's even like a body in there. It's kind of spooky, so I made it more beautiful. This is the transitions in life. So it doesn't mean that if you pull this card, it means someone's going to die. It doesn't mean that. I call this the card of transformation. It's not the death card, but it's the replacement of it. So it's transformation. But that's what she's doing. And this can mean for anything in your life. This could be a job change, and you pull this card. Let's say you ask about, am I going to switch jobs? And you pull this card. This is transformation. So it's a very well yes, but you're going to transform. You're going to possibly be doing something you haven't been doing before, something different. It's a rebirth, transformation. So that's that card. Let's move forward now with the Magician. So the Magician, as you can see, he's a little different this time. He doesn't have all the tools with him in the picture because he has all the tools within him. We're not walking around with wands, swords, and cups. You know, we're just on pentacles. So I feel the flame, he's holding that flame. The flame is our life. The flame is our passions. That flame is our manifestations. And he has the power to control that flame. And the power to protect that flame, to protect that manifestation. So what he's doing there is, as long as he has that fire burning, which I'm talking about the fire burning within your soul, the momentum, the motivation, as long as we keep that fire burning and that fire alive, we're going to have everything that we've been manifesting and calling in. So this is more so about believing in yourself, this Magician. So he believes in himself, and notice he's all in white. He has the purest of intentions. So you'll see a lot of the characters in white or gold because they're pure. They're coming from a pure intention, and they've been enlightened. So that's what I see with him as the Magician. And he does look Palladian, yes. For some of you that are going to say that, he is. And then we also have the Chariot here. So the beautiful Chariot. The traditional decks, and let's see if I don't have it next to me right here. Traditional decks, you'll see that there's like, the Egyptian thing and all the little details. So I got rid of all those little details because I do feel that the details, the symbolism, I feel like it throws a lot of people off. It really does. The Chariot, though, this beautiful gold and white, you can see is very pure. She's also at attention. She's got her arms up like this. She's ready to go. When we're in this position, and you guys can do it at home, because there's physical things you can do to help your intuition as well. But the way she is, her posture and the way she's ready to go, she's surrendering to anything that she believes she's going for. But she is surrendering to all troubles behind her. She's letting them all go. She's ready to move forward. So the Chariot's about, in my opinion, moving forward, pushing against the grain, going the path less traveled, just going for it. She's ready. She's taking charge of her life. It can also mean changes. So she's changing because she's now, and look how she's dressed too, very elegantly. And I'll hold that banner up about gold. Gold is the color of success, achievement, triumph. So the cards with so much gold like this, and such as her, she's very rich and elegant. She values herself. She knows she's beautiful. She knows who she is. She's pushing forward and no one's getting in her way. She is ready to go. So it's prestige and sophistication and luxury, prosperity, all of it. So you'll notice a lot of gold in this deck. A lot of characters are dressed to success. And then we have the Hermit, so that you guys could recognize him, right? So here's the Hermit. I'm going to fix it a little bit. So he's going within, and again, the candle, the flame within all of us. He's not just guiding himself through the dark here. This is supposed to symbolize, in my opinion, the flame within us, that knowing within us, the answers. So when we feel stuck and we, the hermit's cool because he wants to get away from kind of everybody. He wants to just go in hermit mode for a little bit. And I love the Hermit. It's Virgo energy. And it's those times when we need that space. We need that time with ourselves to just go within, figure things out, reevaluate, reassess, self-nurture. It's a beautiful card. So the Hermit, I've always loved that one. Now here's a different one. You're used to seeing the Fool card with the backpack and a bunch of other stuff. But I took that away from him because I feel with all the baggage in life, it does kind of confuse us. If we feel like, oh, I have so much baggage, how am I going to take this leap of faith? Like one of the general meanings for the Fool card is taking a leap of faith, which I'm not against that, but they gave him all this stuff that he's wearing, and he's on a cliff. He even had a little dog on a cliff. So I don't know. That never resonated with me. I felt like he needed to feel free, as he is right there with no baggage, just himself, not all the things. He has everything he needs within him to take a leap of faith. So he needs his wisdom and he needs his freedom. He doesn't need anyone or anything to hold him back. So he's ready. He's setting intentions by looking into the horizon, looking into the sky and the valleys below. He feels proud and he feels confident. The Fool card in other decks, I think in the meanings, they'll say that he's immature, he's not confident. It's an Aries energy. So the Fool card is Aries. They don't have that usually. Aries at a high frequency are very much a go-getter. They are high achievers. They're very intelligent. So with the Fool card, I felt like this was more appropriate. He's flowing. He's letting his life flow, but he still has that momentum and courage to go for things that he wants and he desires. So I had to change it. And you notice the beautiful lighting and the effect it makes you feel. How does that make you feel? Like it actually makes you feel a sense of freedom and no baggage, and like he can just take on the world. So that's the impression I wanted for that. And then this one, the Hierophant, notice all his blue and all his gold, very royal. He has reached success. He has reached wisdom. He's lived through it. He's gone through the challenges, okay? I did take away the religious aspect of it. He's not really in a church. He's in a beautiful chair with like a glass looking, it's almost like the moonlight's coming in from the glass. That's pretty much what it is. But he's sitting there in his wisdom. He's got his eyes closed, and he's really feeling the feels. He's really going within, and he's listening to his guidance, his old wisdom, his lessons learned. He's pulling it all in. So what he's doing, I feel, is he's holding the energy for those that are going through something. So I take him as a healer, a teacher, just a very wise soul, maybe a grandfather energy. That's how I'm seeing him. But again, and I can't remind you guys enough, listen to what's coming in with you. You guys can play along with me right here, right now, if you'd like. But take a listen, go within, close your eyes if you need to, and just really feel how this card makes you feel. This one here, the Empress, yes, it's a beautiful woman in a beautiful chair with fire behind her and light, correct? So, but it's much more than that. As you can see, she also has her eyes closed. She's going within. She is the Empress. But when she goes within, the Empress creates and she births. Not only can she be a mother, and this could be about she's going to have a child or something, or decides to. But not only that, but she's a creator. So all women, we are very creative and we are amazing creators of life. And that's what she's doing. But she's also, what I feel, she's really meditating, and she's reorchestrating her life. So she's reevaluating her next chess move in her life that's going to bring her the best happiness and results, because she knows only she can do that. She's an Empress, so she doesn't chase after people. Everything comes to the Empress because she goes within and she manifests, and she has that power and supernatural abilities. Let's see what else we have here. This is a beautiful card. Notice the gold and the white as well. If you guys missed the launch party episode, I do encourage you guys to go watch it. I'm going to hold it up to screen a little bit. It's one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. This is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups in General Tarot does not look anything like that. This is much more gorgeous. I'm just saying. But the gold and the white, the sun, the ocean, the sky, it's beautiful. He brings blessings. He helps people. He brings goodness, purity, love. Cups and tarot are love. So as you can see, and I wish it was better lighting, but it's a gorgeous card. And for those of you that have the deck in your hands, you will agree. It's one of the prettiest ones for sure. But he's a bringer of good news. He could be a messenger. He could be bringing good health to others. Good news about their health. He could be a healer. It's whatever information's coming in with the reading you're doing in the present. Because tarot is very present. It's the downloads. It's not a book that we're going to be codependent on and go look at the meaning. So it's just a reminder. And I know I keep doing it, but I have to in order to help humanity retrain themselves to get away from depending on certain information and really going within, because all the information is within you. So that's why I keep saying it. So here's the King of Cups. As you can see, he has the cup in his hand. He's got a lot of blue and gold in this card. Notice that. So he's also reached success, fulfillment. He's holding his fulfillment. But he's also very emotionally stable. So he's evaluating what's going on, but I also feel like he's content and he's happy with what he has. He's emotionally stable. He could be a father as well, the King of Cups. Usually is a father, one of the fathers in the tarot. Here's also the Ten of Cups. So this is the Ten of Cups in the Arcana Shores deck. There are little ones here on the side, not fully, but you can see it's like in the horizon. It was meant to be that way, like a painting, all of the cards. You'll notice that there's also like a portal there with the sun. So this couple and their little ones, their children, are going to enter the portal, is what I see. But to the download that I'm getting also is that this family is going to a higher level. This family is finally going to have and get the rewards that they've deserved. So happiness is there. They've worked out some issues. 10 of Cups, it's like, I feel like a moment of triumph for them as a family. And this would also be a yes for a yes or no question. But the 10 of Cups is beautiful. This could also mean that as a family, they came together and evolved, or they came together on the same page about something. Also for questions regarding, will my son or daughter have a family or something like that, and you pulled the 10 of Cups, it's an absolute yes, absolutely. So I just love this card. And also I've asked you guys before on certain shows, but take the time to be with yourself and write down, and it's really fun to write in your journal, what is your 10 of Cups? What is your vision? 10 of Cups meaning, what does your future look like for you and your family? And if you don't have a family yet, what does your future look like with a family? It's a beautiful, beautiful card. I love that one. 10 in numerology is completion as well. So like making it, making whatever it is you've been working hard for. It could also mean that. This one here, it's supposed to look vintage, and I purposely wanted it to look kind of like an older card, vintage, Hallmark, precious moments type of style. I just like it. I just like that, especially for the 6 of Cups, because they usually have little ones in that card. So that's what I was going for. I was shooting for that one. So the 6 of Cups is about giving, generosity, love, maybe even a love offering coming in. It's innocent, it's pure, good intentions. She's an angel and he's a little angel too, but doesn't have wings yet. So maybe this is that she's going to teach him something. She's going to offer him something and help him teach him lessons so that he's strong and he can carry on. So it could be for siblings. It could also be for business too. If you're doing a business reading and you get the 6 of Cups, this could mean that there's a good deal that's going to happen. You guys are going to come to an agreement. You're going to collaborate with someone. It's a very good card. And then this one, the 7 of Cups. So notice how he's very professional looking. All right. So I feel that right now, what I'm picking up, this could be about career. It could also mean about love too. There's golden roses in each cup. But the cups, I always feel with this card, especially my design here, it's like when we have so many ideas on the brain, we're good at all of them. They all bring us happiness and joy, but we're not sure which one to choose. We're just not sure. So that's when we evaluate all the possibilities, and we also self-love ourselves enough to know our worth. So what is the worthy path for you that's going to complement your self-worth? So the 7 of Cups can also mean dream, like a dream state, imagination. This man could be imagining his future right now. This could be him manifesting even 7 of Cups. Whatever download is coming in is what you're going to run away with. Just depends on who you're reading, the energy you're reading, the question, all of that. Here's the 4 of Cups. So it's a little bit different. Usually there's a cup coming in with a hand out of nowhere to him. But this time I gave it to him to hold. So he's holding all the cups. He's got him on his knees and in his both hands. So he's in full control, and I designed it this way because we are in full control of what we're manifesting and the opportunities that come in. Sure, things come up that we didn't see coming, right? Surprises. But overall, we orchestrate and we paint our lives and what direction they go. Just certain occurrences and challenges and tower moments, sure, they come and they go. And that's the beauty of it, because those tower moments make us stronger. So that's why I gave him all 4 cups, because he's in complete control Sure, we have blessings that come in out of nowhere, and those are beautiful. But for the most part, we are orchestrating. In each cup, he has fulfillment. He has 4 opportunities right there, 4 things he's grateful for, 4 manifestations, whatever it may be. But the number 4, he also has balance. In numerology, that would be balance. So he's also very enlightened. He's got that sun behind him. He's also in gold and white. Notice that. He has nothing but pure intentions. There's nothing dark about this deck. The Arcana Shores deck is very pure, honest. It comes from a very good, loving intention. This next card is a card that's in no other tarot deck as well, but I felt like we needed this one. So there could be a lot of different meanings to this. This could mean a power couple. This could also mean, now this is a twist, but it's a download coming through. It could also mean that you never know who the enemy is. This, I feel like maybe this girl is with this guy that's not so good for her. That's coming to me. And that's on a negative. If you feel something negative about the question that this person asked you or something, like say it's a relationship question and someone says, should my daughter, is she going to be okay with this guy? And then this card comes out. If this card comes out and I'm paying attention to what I'm feeling, and if I feel a negative emotion, a negative vibe, and this comes out, then I'm probably, downloading that maybe he's not the one. He might be, there might be something about him that's just not so good for her, not a frequency match. It just depends on what you're feeling, what vibe is coming in with your download. Because on a very positive note, the reason why I designed this card was to represent men and women who have overcome the unthinkable. That is the original reason why I wanted this in my deck. So I kept picturing a beautiful couple, like a power couple, with a burning building behind them, but they survived. They survived the unthinkable together. So that was my general meaning for it. It can also mean an illness. Someone beat an illness, against all odds. That's what I usually refer to this one as, against all odds. But again, going back to explaining to you guys what vibe you're feeling, what are you physically feeling when your download comes in? Because just like that example I told you about the woman asking if her daughter should see this guy, and then I get this, and let's say I don't feel so good physically when I got the download, then it's probably a no. So this is just an example of how important it is to pay attention to how you physically feel, not just go with some general meaning of a card or refer to a tarot book and say, okay, that's what that means. Because no, it's very situational. We have to use our intuition. So trust. All right, so here's another one. This is the Page of Wands. So he's got his little wand of fire. He's got a lot of blue in here. He's got gold on his outfit there. So it's very royal. But blues and golds together helps us to spark what we're manifesting. It brings a relaxation, and it also gives us like a vibrancy, like of an alertness. And that's what that fire is again. So he's holding a fire. He's holding his momentum, his goal, his life. That is his power, his passion within. So he's motivated. The Page of Wands, he's young. He's fire energy, so he's very bold. He's not afraid to do anything. So that's how I see the Page of Wands. Here's a beautiful card. This one, you guys probably really love this one. So this is my Four of Wands, and I'm going to hold it a little closer because it's very beautiful. Four of Wands, very romantic looking. And yes, it can mean romance. It can mean marriage. A lot of decks with their Four of Wands, they say it's marriage. Okay. It could mean that. Just again, it depends on the information that's coming through your downloads. So I can't stress it enough, but this could be love. This could be union with your twin flame or your soulmate, if that's something you believe in. This could also be if you're doing an on the other side type of reading, and you pull the Four of Wands, this could be telling you that a loved one is united with their love, like a grandma and grandpa that are reunited now together. It's very beautiful. So I had to make this one, I felt the need to make it more romantic than the typical Four of Wands. The masculine, holding the divine feminine, just making it very beautiful. There's so many meanings that can come through. Again, it's just depending on what energy you're reading and what the question is, but I just love that one. And then here's the next card, the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands, generally in most decks, it's like about speed, communication. I see it as passion and momentum and getting something done. Some good news is coming through. Power. I see it as power. Ignited the fire. So you've lit that flame within you and you're going to go for it now. So it's very motivating. And then here's the Ace of Wands. So it looks like, I believe, a dandelion, a dandelion with fire on it. But remember, the flames, the fire that I put in this deck is about our intuition, but it's also about our manifestations, our power, that fire within all of us that we have that pulls us through the hardest times. So this one right here, so the Ace of Wands, we all have the flame. You are the flame. So as we keep going throughout life, it gets bigger and bigger. Through different episodes of our lives, it may even get smaller. Just depends. But just think of that. Your intuition is really everything, and your trust within yourself. So remember that the Ace of Wands, we all have that. We have that fire within us. And that's what you carry throughout your whole life. The flame either goes out, that's usually the end, but it can go out if you're going through a dark situation as well. So when we get the Ace of Wands, it is a good reminder to listen, feel, and really trust what is coming in. This is about your intuition. This is about your supernatural abilities that they tried to suppress. So this Ace of Wands also is about your wishes, your intentions, where you're going. All right, so I really wanted that one to come through, very powerful, and I believe it is a very powerful card. So it's a great card if you receive this one. Let's see what else we have. Now we have, so this is supposed to kind of be a replica of the Two of Wands. Notice how he has the beautiful sun behind him as well. So this should activate a lot of different vibes for you. The water behind him is still. All right, so it's very still. It's reminding us, what I'm channeling right now is it's reminding us to be in the moment. Be in the moment, enjoy what's here right now, but also know, just like he's holding the world in his hands, just know that the world is in your hands. This whole life, this whole story, this whole book, this whole movie that you're writing of your life right now, it's in your hands. You can do anything you want with it. And that's kind of what I wanted to convey here. So just like that light behind him, the clouds are eventually going to part. He may even go through that portal that's behind him. He's very supernatural, and we all are. This is to represent our supernatural magical abilities. And we hold that all in our hands. We hold it. We have it all within us. They tried to suppress it, but not anymore. Not anymore, because we learn to listen to ourselves and we learn to listen to that inner knowing. And Two of Wands could mean also about moving, going in a new direction. It could mean a lot of things. Again, what's coming through? What is the download you're receiving? So next we have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, you can see a lot of fire. He's got a lot of black and gold and a little bit of blue. He does still have very good intentions. The Knight of Wands is fiery. He has a little bit more attitude than the others. He's ready to get things done. So this is like an Aries that's Aries, Leo, Sag. This is like when they're very, they just want things done. When they get in that kind of, it's a mood. that they want things done. We got to move fast. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm getting with this card, the Knight of Wands. So very fiery. Get it done. This could also mean if there's a new love interest or a friend in your life, that they're very fiery and that they're very, they could even be impulsive. Okay. So that's another thing. So just pay attention once again to what you're hearing, what you're feeling. Listen to your higher self. The next card is very beautiful. Speaking of Aries energy. So this is the Emperor. Let me hold it closer for those of you that didn't see the launch episode. But this is the Emperor. All right. So he is Aries energy. Notice he's in red. He has some red. He's got the white and the gold on. He's in his chair. Look at his position as well. He has his one hand on a sword and his other hand just laying down. He's very confident. He's very successful. He has his own power and he knows his strength. So this is awesome. I love this card because even the expression on the face is very confident. It's a poker face, but also it's content. So you can tell he's happily content. So that is a very good card to get. This can also represent fathers. This could also represent even grandfathers. If you're channeling like the other side and you're trying to get in touch with spirits, sometimes they will throw the Emperor out there. I've noticed a lot of times. And it connects to a grandfather energy. So that's just something I've learned with the Emperor energy. They like to throw that one in there. Spirit helps us to pull the cards. I do believe that. I've always been a believer in that. Our angels, our guides. Before I start a reading, or my day, because I go live every day, as you know, I ask my guides and my angels to help me with, pull the cards that you want me to pull that are going to activate the information to come through that you want me to know and hear and communicate with the audience. So when I ask them that, I do believe on a daily basis that's what they're doing. So I'm a high believer in that. They're always with us. And the Emperor, there's some sort of, there's something with the other side that they love to throw the Emperor out there for me. So I love that card. It is one of my favorite cards. And then this other card that I'm about to put on the screen is very beautiful. This is my Lover's card. So the background on the design of the Lover's card, and let me hold it closer. So as you can see, it's very beautiful. So my sketch in my little notebook didn't look like that, as beautiful as that. But I had a loving couple in a boat, and they're supposed to be in Italy on one of those beautiful little boats. And he's holding her and she's leaning in. So that's how my sketch looked. But the digital designer, I told him, put her in a beautiful pink dress. So she's very pure and beautiful and flowy. And then he dressed, very nice. But you can see that it's influenced by Italy. But it's very romantic. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a romantic vibe for the Lover's card because we do a lot of love readings. A lot of you ask me questions about relationships. So we need romance in the tarot. There's not enough. So that's what I put with the Lover's card. But it can mean other things. It just depends on what your download is, what's coming through, what Spirit's trying to tell you. So just, again, pay attention to what comes through. But I do think that this is a very good card for relationship readings. And I will be doing those coming soon on the channel. They'll be always happening. So romance is a big one. And I just am so happy with the way that the Lovers turned out. It can also represent Gemini energy because the Lovers is Gemini, air energy, love, happiness, unionship, collaborations if you're talking about business. It just depends on what the topic is. Now, the next card is the Ace of Cups. Notice her power. Notice her. So the chakras above our head here. So we have higher chakras and chakras that reach other realms as well, that go way up above us, and our auras and all of that. So all the outside power that surrounds us and surrounds our aura, I wanted to capture in this card. We pull it all in. We pull in the knowledge. We pull in the essence of our soul. Our soul's essence longs for evolving, and it longs for those blessings to come into our lives. So that's where our imagination comes to play. So imagination, I see with this card with the Ace of Cups and how she's holding her cup with her eyes closed and all her power manifesting. So she's holding that cup because she knows she has her own fulfillment. And she's believing and trusting in herself because she's got her eyes closed. Yes, it's kind of spilling over, but she still has trust. So it's about trust as well. Trust, evolving, knowing your power, knowing your ability, knowing you're successful. It's a beautiful card. She's also in gold and white to represent purity. Now we have the Eight of Pentacles. So they're all mixed up too. So I don't put things in any proper order. So if you mix up your deck, it's totally fine. That's intentional. You want them to be mixed up so that you have it's always flowing. Energies are flowing. So here's the Eight of Pentacles. And as you can see, he's working hard on something. Now he is in purple. Notice that. I did put him in purple for a reason. I do feel that purple in color psychology, it is about our intuition, our psychic ability. So yeah, he's working on pentacles in the card, what we see, but it's symbolic. What he's working on is also symbolic for what we're weaving in our lives. What story are you weaving? What cloth are you weaving in your life right now? So he's working on improving himself. He's working on his abilities, also his psychic abilities, his concentration, and things that he wants to manifest. So it can be symbolic for a lot of things. It could be just your career. It could be symbolic for working on a relationship. It's whatever information comes through. Next, we have the Temperance card. So as you can see, she's an angel in the water. In my deck, she has both feet in the water. In my deck, the Temperance is not afraid. She doesn't have one foot in and one foot out. In my deck, she's secure. She's in the water. She loves the water. She's also very balanced, and she's looking for more balance. So she's pulling in the energies to help heal others as well. So not only has she healed herself, but she wants to heal others. And also, I represent this card as a guardian angel card. So if you pull this one, it could mean guardian angels are with you. When I created this one specifically, I did ask my guides if they would influence this card as a spirit guide and bless this card with the angels and the guidance that I have every day. So I love the Temperance card because it's going to come through when we're wondering if our loved ones are around us. I've meditated and spoke to my guides that's what I want. So go ahead and do that as well. If you would wish for them to use that card for you, they will help you and they will make you pull that card. No joke. So it's a beautiful one and it's very blessed. I blessed this beautiful. It should be a painting. I want to develop it and hang it on my wall. Honestly, it's so beautiful. But yeah, that's what that one's about. So I changed the Temperance. Yes, I did. So the next card we have is Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. So it looks different than the Three of Pentacles with the church in the stained glass window in the originals out there, right? So my Three of Pentacles are three men, and they're all working together as a team. They're all coming together to work on something and figure something out. They may even be trying to come up with a cure. They could be all alchemists. That's what I'm kind of picking up from them. But again, pick up whatever information's coming and believe and communicate that. But I do feel they could be working on something together, a cure, alchemy, or they could be putting something intentions into a manifestation. He does have a candle there, so they could be very well manifesting, and all of them are putting in their input on what they want to manifest all together as a team. So their vision. Let's see what else we have. So this is the Justice card. So notice this is the Justice card, another beautiful blue and gold. So Justice, normally, yes, it's Libra energy for sure. And balance, justice, legal, could be legal situations. Truth being exposed, if we're talking about world stuff. Justice also, if you've done some really nice things for others and you finally, and then the universe repays you, I see it as that as well. Or the exact opposite, if someone wasn't so nice to somebody and then down the road justice is served and then the karma comes back or whatever. But yeah, that's what I see with the Justice card. Truth, balance. It's a good one. Here's another beautiful card. This is the Seven of Pentacles. So she's admiring the seeds she's already planted. That's kind of what I see here. So the things we've already been through and the things we've already had success with, and we've built our past, or we went through the past, all of it. So this could also mean about the past. So something in the past, things that were already done, and we're moving forward now. Now we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I love this card. Notice she's wearing red. So I put her in a red dress, the Nine of Pentacles. This is the card of being sovereign, being free, self-made, finally knowing who she is as well. So similar to the Arcana Shores card, the Nine of Pentacles, she had to go through the Nine of Pentacles to get to the Arcana Shores card of freedom and knowing who she is. But this is her being sovereign in a career aspect, relationship aspect, being happy with being with herself because she finally found out that self-love is where it's at. Self-love is the highest frequency. And once you accomplish that and learn to love yourself, then everything flows and everything comes to you. So it's really beautiful. But I love the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this one is my World card. So notice it doesn't look like traditional decks. The World card, again, she's holding the world in her hands. Notice the moon behind her. So pay attention to this because it's beautiful. Now she's got the flowers on the top of her head as well. So flowers usually represent fertility, abundance, also purity and love. So all of that is in this card. This is the world and its completion as well. So the world, I put a moon behind her because of cycles. When the world card to me is about endings and new beginnings. And that's exactly what I wanted for this card. But do know that it can mean something else. This card can activate different downloads to come through. But that is just the general base is what I see there. She's got the whole world in her hands. So now she's ready to go and start her next chapter. Endings and new beginnings there. Now this next card, Three of Swords, as you can see there. This can represent healing, heartache, heartbreak, breakups, betrayal. But see, there's light behind it. So it's a temporary placement, temporary hurt, temporary pain. It's not going to last forever. So that's what the sun is in the background for, because it's a temporary pain, but there is healing. There is healing, and this person or this situation is going to pull through. Next, we have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords could be fear of the unknown. That's the most general meaning of the Two of Swords. Also, she has the blindfolders on. If this is about a relationship, maybe she's just not wanting or willing to look at the red flags because she wants, what am I hearing? She wants validation. The validation is giving her that, it's like fulfillment. Even though she knows it's temporary, she doesn't want to look at the red flags because she's enjoying whatever is going on. But with the Two of Swords, she is holding them in a position to where she is being guarded, though. She is protecting herself because she knows something's not right. And take it however it's coming through to you. But Two of Swords, and notice there's a culture change here too. She's from a different part of the world. Beautiful. I love it. And so the Two of Swords, she is pretty much hiding, if you notice that. She's hiding her pretty face, and she's got her sword. She's very protective, but she also doesn't want anyone to notice what she's been going through. So this, not only could this mean that it's the fear of the unknown, but this could also mean that she wants to hide. She's protecting herself and she's hiding how she feels. Swords, words, and thoughts. So maybe she's hiding how she feels, and she's not confident enough to share yet. Or maybe she's gone through something very traumatic and she's afraid to tell their story. She doesn't want to hurt anyone or disappoint anyone. She might feel pretty broken. So the Two of Swords, we have to have some of these cards in here that may represent a negative side, but that's about guidance. Guidance is going to show us, highs and lows, and whatever the download is that's coming through is what you want to trust and speak. So don't forget that. That was my biggest lesson since I started. When I first started, I was not trusting what was coming through. I was getting a lot of downloads. But I didn't trust myself. I didn't have the confidence to speak, to find my voice and say, that's what I hear. That's the answer. But it's simple as that. And I'm trying to teach you guys this from the start, from your start, so that you don't have to go through what I went through. And you can find your confidence and your strength a lot faster. So I'm hoping that this helps you guys. I feel like it will for sure. Now, the Knight of Wands, and I do want to address this. So the decks that you receive will have an extra Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands, and I want you guys to take one of them and put it somewhere in your home if you want to. You don't have to, or your car. But the Knight of Wands, I see him as a fire energy. He likes to take action. But this is about things happening at a quicker pace. So kind of speeding things up, bringing blessings into you out of nowhere. So I did include an extra one here so that you guys have an extra one. You guys can use it as a bookmarker or anything you want. But the Knight of Wands, it's that fire, it's that momentum, that fire within all of us that I spoke of earlier. This card, I feel, can activate it. So it's going to put into action that fire within you, that motivation, that manifestation. This is the action. Knight of Wands, he's going to get it done. This is the momentum for your manifestations. So do whatever you'd like with that extra card, but I think it's pretty cool. I have mine in my prayer book. I put it inside the prayer book on a certain page to activate that prayer into existence, and in my heart as well. So however you want to use it, but I thought that was pretty cool because that will help you guys. However you want to bless the card, you can put with that's your momentum for your manifestation, whatever that may be. So yeah, that'll be fun for you. Next, we have the Queen of Swords. So notice the Queen of Swords. It's similar to the older decks. I still honored the characters, made them more beautiful. Queen of Swords, though, she speaks her truth. She speaks it how it is. Talk about finding your voice. All of us need to be the King or Queen of Swords and not be afraid to speak what's coming through. Also, in a reading, this could be telling you the message that someone's going to, they may say some things you don't want to hear, but they have to get it off their chest. They're going to speak. They're finally going to tell the truth there. And then how appropriate, we've got the King of Swords here. So the King of Swords, and then we have a few left after this. So the King of Swords, he's similar to her, the Queen of Swords. So speaking truth, standing tall, being strong. Also, it's air energy, so quick action, quick with their words even possibly. But they don't play. The King and Queen of Swords don't play at all. They mean what they say, and they're very good at communication. So, even if it's not so nice, there's good reason for it. Like they had to release it. Here's the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is very beautiful. Notice that I put a crown on it. All right. And there's red also, power. So knowing that you're powerful, knowing that you're successful, this Ace of Swords. And it would be a yes card as well. It's a victory. It's a good one. I love that one. So this one is different. This one is my High Priestess. Notice the moon behind her. So from, the High Priestess is the divine feminine. She holds the world in her hands as well. She goes within. You see how she's listening to herself. She has her eyes closed and she is listening. She is listening to her higher self. The High Priestess is all-knowing. She also has that moon behind her. She's feeling the different emotions. So this ties into our emotions, and it is also a good reminder not to impulsively act on emotions. Do what the High Priestess is doing in this card, which she's feeling. This is how I want you guys to read the cards. This is what I've been saying too. So pay attention to how you physically feel. Pay attention to the message that's coming in and speak it. Be fearless. You have the whole world in your hands. We are all here to communicate. We are all a voice. We have our voices for a reason. So go within and trust. Listen to your higher self and bring it to the surface. And now our next card is the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles, as you can see, there's pentacles in the very background as well, because these are supposed to look like little mini paintings. But this is a King and Queen of Pentacles with all of their success, their completion. They've made it to the top there. They're very happy. They're a power couple. I feel like, yes, everything comes together with the tens in numerology. It is completion. It's reaching the top. Notice they're in the blue and the gold. They're coming from a pure of intentions. And then the dog too, white dog there, protection. So if it's a question about, is my family protected, and you get the Ten of Pentacles, that'd be an absolute yes. Are you going to come into abundance? Absolutely. Ten of Pentacles. It's a big yes. Next is a darker card. We have to have the dark and the light. So this, you guys might laugh, but so I don't like the Devil card typically. It is Capricorn energy. But what I did here is he kind of resembles the Beast in Beauty and the Beast. But anyways, kind of. So what I did here was, so he has this stance. He's standing like that, and he does look scary, right? But look behind him is all of the sun, and there's a portal behind there. So this also represents someone, an energy that's trying to block you, blocking you from the light, trying to put you in the dark, or trying to bring you down. All right. So this can also be ourselves. We all have, the ego comes in sometimes and tries to screw with us and say, hey, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go to that party. But our higher self might be saying, it would be a very good opportunity if you went to this party. There's people you should meet there. Blah, blah, blah. So our inner demons, we have inner voices. We have people that criticized us in our life, past in the years before us, when we were little or whatever. So we have their voices sometimes that creep back in our minds, and those are those energies that we don't want coming in anymore. So the Devil card can be us. It can also mean an energy around us that's not, shouldn't be around us, that's very negative or toxic. This can also represent sexual impulse, people that just act out and have to be with somebody because they don't feel strong enough on their own, and they, you know what I mean, like that sleep around or something. So it'd be sexual attraction in that regard. It could also represent alcoholism. The Devil card is all things that bring down your frequency. So that's the representation there. But the light being there behind the Devil card, that's what's coming in the future. So after you deal with inner demons or negativity, usually pull through it. As a Capricorn, this is a Capricorn card. they overcome and they defeat the devil. So they get thrown a lot of darkness in the first half of their lives. But once they make it through, they get to the light. They get to that tunnel of light, and they finally evolve and learn their strength. So that's part of that card too. Let's see. And then next we have this guy. So this is the Knight of Pentacles, and then we have a couple more here, just two more. So here's the Knight of Pentacles. He's holding his pentacle. He's going to be the King of Pentacles, so he does advance, and we already saw the King of Pentacles, but so he's going to evolve even higher and be more successful. But it looks like he might be. So he's holding the coin, he's holding his manifestation, but look behind him is an even bigger plan for him, and that's like him becoming king. So in a reading, this could mean that you're about to have something even better than you imagined happen for you. So it's like a good message coming in, or good news coming in, a better step in your life that's about to occur. Next, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is about generosity, I've always felt, with the Six of Pentacles. So he's about to give to these individuals here. But what I like about this card is I don't think that they, like the way I designed it, I didn't want it to appear like that they're receiving it yet. It's almost like they're unsure if this guy's actually going to give them some gold, but he is. So it's generosity, and it's also representing the blessings that you have. If you have enough to give, to pay it forward, it can represent that. And it also represents the six, which is balance. So after a five of change, which we have, the next card is the Five of Pentacles. So I'll do them together, actually. So the Five of Pentacles is before the Six of Pentacles in numerology. So the five would be about making it through hard times, maybe even an illness if it's about health. But making it through the five, which was a little bit difficult, or you were held back, maybe financially, health-wise, love-wise, maybe whatever, however it resonates, whatever downloads coming in. But a five generally is about change. So their luck changed. The Five of Pentacles, their luck changed to the Six of Pentacles. And now they just have to learn how to receive. And that's a big lesson I think all of us have to go through. Learn to receive, be open to help. If someone wants to help you, it's totally fine. So yeah, that's a big one there. Be open to receive. And again, be open to receive those downloads. I know I keep telling you, but I'm trying to retrain you guys. Retrain everyone, humanity, to not be codependent on a book or Google Five of Pentacles. What does that mean? Oh, okay, that's what it means. Don't do that. Get away from doing that and try to evaluate how you physically feel in the download that's coming through. That is my favorite way of reading. That's how I read it every day. And I just love doing it. It is very therapeutic. I don't go a day without reading cards, pulling cards. I don't. But yeah, there you go. That is the Arcana Shores Tarot deck, and I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Again, let me show off the beauty here. They've got the gold on the edges, and then every face of them is the ocean with the Arcana Shores on the front there. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's long. We're about 2 hours. But yes, thank you all so much. And where you can go to find my cards or to schedule a personal reading is arcanashores.net. So this is where you'll go, and you scroll down just a little bit, and there's the tarot deck right there. And there you go. And that comes with, the tarot deck currently comes with a one-on-one Zoom reading, and we can talk about anything you want. I can even, help you with readings as well. So you get a one-on-one Zoom reading for an hour, and then you also have this video. So I hope you guys enjoy them. They're very beautiful and luxurious. And again, just listen, trust yourselves. You guys are going to be amazing. Amazing. This is awesome. Anyways, you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.